It is day 6 of the escalating Middle East conflict as U.S. and Israeli strikes intensify against Iran. A new wave of explosions has been heard across Tehran as the conflict enters its 6th day. The death toll inside Iran has now climbed above 1,100, according to human rights monitors. Israeli forces report striking Hezbollah command centers in Beirut overnight. Iranian Revolutionary Guard forces have declared the Strait of Hormuz closed only to ships from the U.S., Israel, and Europe. In a dramatic escalation, Iranian Su-24 bombers came within 2 minutes of striking the massive U.S. base at Udeid in Qatar. Qatari fighter jets intercepted and shot down the Iranian bombers in Qatar's first aerial combat operation. Missile interceptions over Doha's West Bay have rattled buildings and prompted evacuations near the U.S. Embassy. First Iranian drone attacks on Azerbaijan have injured 2 civilians at Nakhchivan International Airport. The Iraqi Kurdistan regional government has forcefully denied reports of plans to send Kurdish forces into Iran, calling them completely unfounded. More than 17,500 U.S. citizens have now returned home from the Middle East as evacuation flights surge. Governments worldwide are ramping up repatriation flights as the conflict disrupts global air travel. Dubai and other major Gulf hubs have suspended most commercial flights amid ongoing attacks. Qatar has begun evacuating residents near the U.S. Embassy in Doha for safety. First German and UK chartered flights have departed Oman and other Gulf states. Russian emergency flights have evacuated citizens from Azerbaijan after overland escape from Iran. India has airlifted hundreds of stranded nationals from Jeddah amid 200+ flight cancellations. U.S. State Department has urged all Americans to leave 14 countries in the region immediately. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney says he cannot categorically rule out Canadian participation in the war. Iraq War veterans, now prominent Democrats, are raising the loudest voices against the war in Iran. President Trump and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth have faced criticism for comments on U.S. troop deaths. At least 6 U.S. service members have been killed so far in the conflict. The conflict has already upended global oil shipping through the Strait of Hormuz. U.S. and Israeli forces have sunk or struck more than 20 Iranian vessels in the region. Iranian missile sites continue to launch retaliatory strikes across the Gulf. Air defenses in Israel and U.S. bases remain on high alert. The war has triggered the biggest disruption to global air travel since the COVID-19 pandemic. Tearful reunions are taking place at airports around the world as families welcome loved ones home. The U.S. State Department continues intensive efforts to ensure the safety of remaining Americans. Oil prices have surged and global markets are watching the Strait of Hormuz with concern. From the mountains of Kurdistan to the skies over Qatar, the conflict continues to widen. Iran's leadership faces mounting pressure as strikes target strategic and military sites. World leaders are weighing their next moves as the U.S. vows deeper strikes. Evacuations continue around the clock as governments race to bring their citizens to safety. This is a fast-moving story. Stay with us as we bring you the latest on day 6 of the Middle East conflict.